Welcome back to Stooge Stream. I'm your host, The Stooge. This is Making an Impact, your weekly Impact Wrestling review / recap. We're looking at the episode of Impact that aired on the 20th of April, 2017. As always, I'm joined by, this week, a little bit sniffly, but still the first man of professional wrestling podcasting, G-Banks.
I'm absolutely fine, by the way. I'm cough, flu, can't get past me. I'm 100% all the time.
Okay, sounds like it. All right. How was that intro this week? Are you happy with that? I'm not going to get any problems with this.
That was a very, very good intro. You're getting very, very good at it. Well done.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm happy that that's not going to start any sort of issues.
Oh, you obviously don't want to.
No.
Because of what happened last time.
Exactly. I'm still paying for that, ladies and gentlemen. While we're at it, let's give a very, very quick shout out to a couple of people that made some comments on the YouTube videos. We've got Average Boy.
Probably some average Joe. Am I right?
I don't know. TSS NCS.
Okay. That sounds like a difficult name.
Okay.
What kind of name is that?
I don't know, but he commented saying that he loved the videos. And finally, Rewind Remix NCS.
What's with these nisks and tisks?
I have no idea.
They don't know how to spell their names?
I don't know. That's how they spell it. So welcome to the Stooge Revolution. Thanks for commenting. Of course, we appreciate that. If you've got any comments on what you thought of this week's episode of Impact, make sure you leave it below, either on YouTube or on Reddit. We always reply. So let's get on with the show. The show actually opened this week with a promo of the upcoming Lashley versus Storm TNA heavyweight title match, which is going to be on later in the show. I like the style of the promo.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. It did drag on a little bit, but it was alright. It was like very WWE-esque, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it did have that.
Very professional.
Yeah, the production value that you don't always see at Impact. It seems like they're really putting some money into the product and lifting everything up. I liked it.
You know, you can thank for that, buddy.
Anthem.
No.
Double J.
Nope.
Who?
John Cena.
Oh, dude, how... This is a leap that I need to figure out. How did you get from Impact Wrestling is doing well and have money to John Cena?
Well, you were just saying like how good the production was and everything. Obviously, John Cena gave his tips because, you know, the guy's a mastermind. He, you know, is behind everything.
It's nothing to do with Impact.
In good time, sir. In good time. Don't worry. You're just naive and don't know anything.
All right, let's get on with the show. So the show opened after that promo with a couple of jobbers already in the ring. I will learn your names if you're there next week.
I'll keep calling you jobbers no matter what.
Yeah, and the reason you're jobbers...
I have no time for jobbers, sorry.
Yeah, well, you jobbed out bad because the second we saw you, it's like, oh, there's some jobbers in the ring. That's not a bad thing. People need to do that. That's fine. But you knew immediately that they were jobbers, not like new people, because L.A.X came out. So you ain't winning that one.
L.A.X.
So the TNA Tag Team Champions of Santana and Ortiz representing L.A.X. Also, of course, at ringside, you had Homicide, Conan, and Diamante. So L.A.X., you're not versing one person.
You're versing the whole crowd. You're versing the whole crew. The cartel.
Yeah, exactly. Which makes it really, really difficult when you're a jobber to get a win on them. But all in all, like, I was actually impressed by the jobbers. They did get a little bit of offense in. They got a little bit of character work in. Very minor, but a little bit. For a jobber match, you normally don't see anything at all. So they got a little bit in. But, of course, Santana and Ortiz was just way too much for them.
They overpowered them. And that's what I expect.
Yeah, destroyed them with the street sweeper in the end, which is a neck breaker from on top of the shoulders. So one person hikes you up, the other person jumps off the top rope, gives you a massive neck breaker. Conan cuts a ridiculously good promo as usual after the match. L.A.X. were in the cut. Serious like a leg period. Yeah, all the classics were in there. It was fantastic.
So enjoyable to watch.
Oh, Conan is just so good.
Good friend of mine.
What?
Good friend of mine.
How? You live in Australia, Conan lives in Mexico.
We talk all the time. Dude, haven't you heard technology these days? With Skype, Facebook, Twitter.
Okay, so
Don't worry, you're just not in the circle. It's okay. You can be
whatever,
jealous.
whatever. Say hello for me. All right,
will.
so Decay comes out after, but this was actually quite well done. Like, I like the fact that Decay, even though they're there to interrupt, were polite enough to wait for Conan to finish first.
Well, they should.
Yeah,
wait.
you got to have manners, even if you're a monster.
Yeah, even though your name is literally Decay.
It was great. So the second that Conan finishes his promo, Decay come out. They confront L.A.X. It breaks into a brawl. Security pulls apart. It's a whole thing.
Yep.
And next week, we find out later in the show that Decay versus L.A.X. for the titles is going to happen.
I'm looking forward to that match.
So am I. The only problem is I don't know who to go for. Like, because I love Abyss and Crazy Steve, but it's L.A.X.
How I think of it, it's just a box of chocolates. I'm just going to sit there and, go through each little individual, but at the end of, there might be some downers, but at the end of the day, it's a box of chocolates. I'm still going to enjoy it.
So what you're saying is you win, doesn't matter who wins.
Yes.
And I lose, doesn't matter who wins.
Exactly.
How?
Dude.
Don't worry. I don't need to know that. All right,
really?
so Karen Jarrett comes out, and one of my favorite things about Karen Jarrett coming out is every time the music hits, I'm sitting next to Banks, and he's just like, it better not be Slapnuts.
I'm telling you right now, I will leave and never watch Impact again.
I swear, it's building up to Slammiversary. He's going to, like, Karen will take a bump the week before Slammiversary. There'll be no one there to be the GM, and everyone will be panicking. They're like, wait, we know who.
I'm telling you right now, man. If it happens, I'm not watching this product anymore.
Alright, so officially Karen lets us know that Global Force Wrestling has now merged with Impact Wrestling. I didn't know Global Force was still a thing. It wasn't a thing to start with.
Why did they even do that?
I don't know.
They just brought down Impact's name.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what? There's going to be 3 title matches tonight.
Hey, we're merging together, and here's our 10 fans that come with us.
Dude, I feel bad every time I see Magnus with that title because I saw him defend that title literally in the worst lit bingo hall of all times with like 10 people watching.
I know, I was there.
And he had to do an interview afterwards and he looked so crushed. And there was a point where the security comes in about 2 minutes into the interview. He's like, you gotta hurry up, we're closing up. And he's like, I'm interviewing the world champion. And security's like, okay, you got 5 minutes. You just see Magnus. He's like, should we just not do this? Or the guy's, no. I'll cut all this out and left it in. Because he's just Global Force. He gives a shit. So bad. But
That's
anyway,
the joke of the company that merged with Impact, by the way.
Yeah, Global
ladies
Force
and
is
gentlemen.
a joke.
And you love Jeff Jarrett.
I love Jeff Jarrett. Global Force is a joke. So there's going to be 3 title matches tonight. We're going to see the X Division title defended. We're going to see the Knockouts title defended, and we're going to see the World Heavyweight title. So Storm, Lashley, ODB, and Rosemary. Mm-hmm. And it looks like it's going to be Trevor Lee versus Andrew Everett, but it turns out that Bruce Pritchard comes out and decides it's now going to be a 6-way match. Because Sonjay Dutt has come out and said he wants a piece of it. He's like, well, if you want a piece, let's get some more people in it and make it a 6-way. We've got 6 corners.
Dutt.
A returning classic Impact Wrestling X Division champion, tag team champion. Sonjay Dutt is amazing in that ring.
Is he a good guy?
No, he's played both sides, heel and face. So at the moment, I think Sanjay's just in the middle. Like, Sonjay Dutt is just Sonjay Dutt. He's a player from the Himalayas, and either you like it or you don't. If you don't like it, then I guess he's the bad guy. And when you do like it, I guess he's the good guy. Like, he's just a player from the Himalayas.
Then I have no opinion on him.
Okay, fair call.
My opinion is just neutral.
All right.
On him, that's it.
All right.
I'll always be on neutral on him.
Okay, until he does something you like or dislike.
Yes.
All right, fair call. So we found out later on who are going to be the other competitors in this 6-pack match, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. Something I'm truly excited about is the Veterans of War debuting next week. In case you're unaware, it's 2 Impact Wrestling classic alumni coming back, forming a tag team. It's Crimson and Gunner.
Now, these guys sound bad. Are they bad?
No, they're just big, mean people. They're not particularly bad, but Don't get on the wrong side of them because they're big, angry men.
Okay, interesting.
Then again, Crimson's also a ginger, and you can't be a good guy and a ginger, so...
Yeah, because they have no souls.
Oh, that's rough. I was just kidding. You went there.
What? Gingers have no souls. We know that.
Leave your hate in the comments below for G-Banks. This is the Stooge speaking. I didn't say that.
I want your hate. Give me all your hate, you pieces of shit. Especially you ginger soulless pricks.
You feed off it. All right, so after the Crimson promo, so I'm guessing we'll get a Gunner promo at the beginning of the next episode before they debut.
Does Gunner have a gun?
No, Gunner was the gunner on a tank in a war, for real.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
My opinion on them are also neutral at the moment.
Okay, all right.
I'm on a very neutral night tonight.
You are. Sickness has made you neutral.
No, it's the medications.
Okay, they've neutralized you.
Yeah, they've neutralized you, if you know what I'm talking about.
All right, let's hope this flu lasts a while. All right,
Excuse me?
next we had a Knockouts Championship match. ODB earned her #1 contender spot recently.
ODB.
Oh, she's awesome. So ODB versus Rosemary. I really enjoyed this match. This is another one. It's hard to know who to go for because I love Rosemary. I'm a huge fan of Decay. She had some just amazing matches with Gail Kim and Jade. ODB is ODB.
ODB, the old dirty bitch, which I love.
Oh, ODB is awesome.
I love it for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, neither do I, dude. But I can't help but love ODB as well.
I literally have...
And she knocks boots with Earl. You'd think like that would disgust me. No, I kind of want to see it because it's ODB.
I'm not lying. You talking about it's giving me half a chub.
That's probably all Earl gets as well.
If he can get it half a chub. That's if he can find his Viagra.
Ooh.
The blind cunt.
So this was again a really, really good match. I thought it was quite hard hitting. This shows the difference between the knockouts have always been like this, whereas the WWE women are only sort of getting to this level now. They compete as good as any other match on the card.
And we saw two different styles today.
Yeah, very much. Rosemary is very much a smaller, quicker, more X Division style competitor. ODB is the big tank, hard hitting, throws things in your face you don't really want.
I would want.
You would love it.
I would
get that stank.
Hit me up on Twitter, girl.
Now, Rosemary wins with, quote unquote, because you said this, not me. I'm just making sure we're all aware of where this came from. Rosemary wins with the cunt punt into the red wedding. Would you like to explain that move?
Easy. I actually taught Rosemary that move, believe it or not. But yeah, anyway. So, obviously, when a big, massive, let's say a ton, runs at you, what defense do you have?
Look,
what can you stop a unstoppable force coming at you? You punt it in the cunt.
To cut a long story short, basically Rosemary kicked ODB in the vag really hard.
Are you going to apologize to the American viewers? Because I ain't about the whole C word.
No, screw them. Yeah. Yeah, that was rough. And then puts ODB up for the red wedding, which is actually quite impressive.
I like
ODB
the red wedding.
The red wedding's a cool move, but ODB is a big girl. Rosemary's not. She's a very small, petite girl.
Yep.
But she's got some strength to put ODB up.
Yeah, no,
for
she
the
did.
red wedding.
And didn't really struggle at all, too.
No, not at all. She just put her straight up and went for it. It's awesome. Again, looking forward
the matches
to
were very in my choosing tonight. I was really enjoying this night.
Yeah, you couldn't lose out of this.
No, I'm not losing at all tonight.
So, of course, Rosemary retains her Knockouts Championship, but this will not be... You cannot kick someone in the vag and think that's going to end it. ODB is coming back. And considering one of her moves is throwing a vag in the face, that takes away some of her offense. Yeah. ODB is not going to be happy with this.
Not at all.
This is a serious injury to
You know who else is not going to be happy about it? Earl.
Earl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, Earl's going to have to massage it better. Earl will be wrapped.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. So there's more Karen backstage announcing more of the X Division competitors.
Can we call her Bruce?
Explain that.
Why do I have to explain? She looks like Bruce Jenner. Everyone knows that.
She does look like Caitlyn Jenner.
Come on, do I have to really go there? Do I have to go Dave Chappelle on you?
You miss Bruce.
I do miss Bruce. God damn it, I miss Bruce.
But she does look like Caitlyn Jenner a lot. A lot. They could be sisters, dude. transsexual sisters with
Yeah.
sisters.
Like every time I just see that Olympic gold medalist walk down that aisle, I just think, God damn it, Bruce, what have you done?
So you would have been happy because Sienna interrupted her.
Oh, God damn it. Love Sienna. Mwah, the queen.
So Sienna's
Sienna!
not putting the pinky up.
Come on, I'm not doing
I'm
the
not
two...
touching pinkies with you.
Why? E.T. and stuff did it.
Ask Bruce.
Fine, I'll ask Bruce later.
So her whole gimmick now is that she's got her whole little clique,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool.
I know that clique. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's a KM, Laurel, and Kongo Kong.
Kongo Kong. Awesome Kong's cousin.
I don't think so. But
They're
it's okay.
related.
No, I'm sure they're not.
They have the same last name. They're related.
I'm sure they don't.
How can you define that? Like,
We went over this last time. I amused you. Dude, no, just don't. It's just because his name is Kong. Is he related to King Kong?
yes. Obviously. Did you see that, dude?
All right, I'm leaving that. So anyway, this is our second jobber match tonight because this dude just jobbed out to Kongo Kong. Kongo Kong destroyed this poor little man.
Absolutely annihilating.
He did a great titty to belly suplex.
I like that one. I'll give you that one.
I'll snickle.
I'll snickle to that one.
And that, if you watch this, it is a titty to belly suplex. Like, it is amazing. For a big man though, he moves quite quickly.
No, he does. He actually reminds me of Rikishi, believe it or not.
Yeah, I can.
Not
sort of
because,
see
like,
that.
not obviously because of the size. He's actually shaped differently to Rikishi.
Yeah.
Because Rikishi was more round,
Small and squat.
Yeah. Where this guy, he's got like
He's a
big
lot bigger,
breasts, and like his legs, like he kind of looks like a sumo wrestler in a way.
But no, the way he moves, I think you're right. Like, they
me-
both are like a lot more agile. than
Yeah,
they should be.
Rikishi used to move around crazy.
Yeah,
I remember Rikishi, good friend of mine too.
It was great, and to prove that, Kongo Kong won with a top rope splash, like an awesome.
Top row splat.
Yeah, it was a splat actually, because Jobber was got to be dead or broken.
He started seizuring,
Yeah,
and I think it was real too.
Yeah, so do I. Like, it just hit him so hard, his body shut down. He's like, "Nah, I'm done. I'm out.
Don't-
This big man's hurting me. I'm done."
All I can say, don't mess with the family, my friend.
Yeah, the family is looking stronger and stronger. Like, Sienna has herself a nice little group.
Well, when I was talking to Cam the other day, he was telling me like, Awesome Kong's cousin, and what's her name? I forgot her name. Laurel Van Ness. Yeah. They're gonna put a fraction together. So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, you should totally do that. And now look, they're coming out just to, splatting jobbers left, right, and center. It's awesome.
Can you ask him to turn a hose on Laurel at some stage?
Why?
It looks like she smells real bad.
Well, okay, she does smell a little bit bad. I'm not gonna lie, but at the end of the day, she's heartbroken, and let her vent, dude.
Okay. We see James Storm backstage promo. It's a solo little cut thing, very much in the style of the promo from the beginning of the show. It was quite cool. Somewhere in Mexico, Alberto Del Rio cuts a promo saying he's watching the title match because whoever wins, he's getting a shot at.
Do you reckon Paige was filming it?
Could possibly have been, dude. Yeah,
Or
because
on
that
a-
was filmed on like
on
a
a
phone
phone,
somewhere. Yeah. Next, we had Magnus with the Global Force
Paige.
title cutting a promo going, "What are you talking about? You're the number one contender. I've got the Global Force title. I'm the number one contender." To which everybody kind of, I'm sure even the cameraman laughed like, "Dude, that title's not worth shit." Like, you couldn't cash that in for a donut.
What do you mean a donut? Donut more valuable than that.
You're right. It does
If someone come up to me and goes, "Hey, do you want a cheap ass Woolworths donut?" Woolworths is like equivalent,
Supermarket.
yeah, supermarket in Australia. If you don't know that, or a freaking Global Force world title, my friend, I'll be definitely going for that cheap ass.
I'll be
donut.
going for the donut.
Yeah,
They do an alright.
I would actually pay money for the donut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Global Force title reminds me of the Grammys episode of The Simpsons, the B Sharps,
yeah.
where Homer wins the Grammy, tries to pay for a pizza with it, and the dude just throws it out the window.
No.
And then it gets thrown back up.
No, he's in the balcony and he's depressed, so he throws it down from the balcony, hits the dude in the head, and he's like, "Oh, what the hell? Oh, it's just a Grammy."
Yeah.
And then throws it back up at Homer.
Don't throw your garbage at me, pal!
Yeah. Ugh.
That's what the Global Force title is. So Magnus's promo, even though Magnus has cut a good promo, as soon as he said Global Force title, it's like, dude, You should have just said, I'm a fucking 3-time ex-TNA world champion. I should be the number 1 contender. I would have been like, dude, yeah, 100% you should. I'm the Global Force champion. Sorry, back of the line.
It's like you're saying your wife's better than you.
Oh, look that up if you don't know who his wife is.
Don't tell him.
Yeah, no, I won't. So that leads to the world title match. Storm versus Lashley. Lashley comes out with a special guest.
Lashley!
We done?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Do it again. I know
Okay.
you. All right, cool. So Lashley's there with Josh Matthews, who's now...
Matthews!
Who's somehow back on commentary now.
Woo! I can't believe he's back on country.
Oh, dude, half
Justice
this show was
is
so good.
served.
Half the show was so good.
Served, my friend.
Half the show was so good up
So
until
glad he
then.
was back.
And
So
he just
glad.
ruins everything.
How's he ruined everything?
JB's pissed.
He's been carrying the commentary fucking table for years now. Don't say that. Show some respect for the man. He's a professional athlete, for God's sake.
So another surprise though is EC3 comes out to kind of be the enforcer in case anyone wants to cheat, or like EC3 is going to take care of that. Which Josh Matthews tries to hand Lashley a beer bottle at one stage, and EC3 shuts him down, and he's there to just make sure that this plays out.
He was looking good, by the way. I like his fashion sense.
Oh, his suit was nice. Even I got to give you that. Like he's sharp. Dude.
He's always sharp. I gotta give the man. He's sharp as a what's something sharp.
I don't know, but I was saying, I think it was you actually that said, "What's EC3 doing there?" And then Knockout Fiona turns around and goes, "Looking good." I'm like, okay, somebody's got to think for EC3. Right on. It's nice to know that. So I really liked this match. I thought Lashley and Storm, they went at it for a bit. They put on some great, and it's just the little things that they did. Like at one stage, Lashley went for a lariat and Storm kicked him in the arm. You know, it was a hundredth of a second move, but it's the little things that they strung together that built like this really nice story.
Look, I'll have to say, even though I don't believe James Storm shouldn't have been there, I agree with you.
Yeah, it was a really
100%.
good match.
Yeah, it was a good match.
good
It was
match.
great.
Now, there was a ref bump because Shenanigans was in there, Brian Hebner.
Of course.
And as the old saying goes, a butterfly flaps its wings on the other side of the world and a Hebner's distracted somewhere in a wrestling ring.
Great senses, I might say.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Nothing in the wrestling ring, right?
So Storm would have had it. Had like a 10 count on Lashley, but the ref was out, so it doesn't count. Yeah, he had it. He was on top of him. The pin was there. It was a 10 count. Dude.
Yeah, but the ref was out.
So it didn't count. Exactly.
Exactly.
And before Baby Hebner had a chance to get up, EC3 jumps in the ring because it looks like Storm's about to hit Lashley with a beer bottle.
Good job.
EC3 takes the bottle from Storm.
So he should.
And knocks him the fuck out with it.
Well done. That's about the greatest thing EC3 has ever done in that company. Besides, that long 2-year undefeated streak.
Yeah, it's a full heel turn.
Love it.
Full heel turn. EC3
This
is
show
back.
gave me a full stack, my friend, tonight.
What I loved about this little heel turn as well is the fact that during the course of the match, before he smashed...
I don't even think he went heel turn. I think he just did the right decision. He took a bottle off a drunken man that was trying to bottle a poor defenseless guy on the ground. And bottled him. I think he did the right thing.
Of course he did.
But
what I did love, though, is EC3 is so good. During the course of this match, while it's going on, he's posing with fans and taking selfies with them and doing all this. Like, he is just so good. He's on 24 hours a day. Now, of course, because EC3 smashed Storm with a bottle and completely took him, Lashley hit him with a ridiculously massive spear out of nowhere, takes the win, retains his world heavyweight title.
And the good days keep on rolling. I'm loving life tonight.
All right. So we saw some more footage shot on a phone, and it was Moose being jumped by Chris Adonis in some show in Mexico and in Japan, I believe, and being put into the Adonis locked and being put out, which is a modified, my brain is frozen.
Full
Nelson, yeah. Where he pulls them down and like pushes their neck around and chokes them out.
It's practically a full Nelson.
Yeah. But, you may have remembered it as the Master Lock. It's now the Adonis Lock. So Moose cuts a promo backstage about being jumped by Adonis and says, on the indies. yeah, I'm going to take you next week in a grand championship match. Adonis rocks up. He's got a broken arm. And he's like, why didn't you show the footage of you breaking my arm? It's like, Moose looked confused, like, because it doesn't exist. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure he did break his arm.
Maybe. So while he's saying that, Chris Adonis is like, I've got someone for you next week. Don't worry. Turns around, starts walking away. Moose is like, what are you talking about? And gets jumped by Davey Richards and Angelina Love.
He got saved.
He got jumped from behind by David. Moose got jumped.
Moose was trying to attack a crippled man, and Davey Richards came.
Moose was just like, what's going on?
I don't know. I saw something different. I saw Davey Richards helping Chris Adonis out because Moose was about to tear him up because he had one broken arm. That was pretty cowardly from our Impact champion.
All right. Anyway, Davey hits Moose and drops him, and Angelina Love runs her mouth. Par for the course with these two.
About time she runs her mouth and not on his freaking Davey's lips.
So gross. It's so gross.
Like, I like the two, but when they're sitting there, you know, fucking making out on live TV.
So gross.
Just stop.
So bad.
Only Lita and Edge were allowed to do that.
Yeah, and that was still gross, but...
No, I kind of enjoyed it, I'm not going to lie.
When a titty fell out, it was nice.
Yeah, it was alright.
But anyway, so this leads to a grand championship match with Davey Richards versus Moose next week. Can we please just either drop this title or change it to the TV title? No more of this 3-round referee judge garbage.
I agree with you completely.
Oh, it's so bad.
Give it to someone that deserves it.
Yeah, what? No, Moose deserves it. No, but what I'm saying is the structure of the match is horrible. If you go back and listen to earlier episodes, we were so excited for this because we're like, it's realistic, it's going to be cool. And then they just fucked the judging up to the point where it's a complete schmozzle and a joke, and we just need to say goodbye
It's a bigger joke than Global Force Wrestling's title, am I right?
No, because Global Force Wrestling title is much bigger a joke. It's just, this is a funny joke. Yeah. Global Force wasn't funny.
Yeah, okay.
And finally, in our main event, which I don't think has happened in a while, we haven't had an X Division title match in the main event for a little while.
Because they don't deserve to be in the X Division. The main event.
Oh, bullshit. And after this
it's
match,
all flippy.
Definitely proving. So we had...
If there was... The only reason it was the main event was because it was Hara Helms there.
He wasn't in the match.
Yeah, but his presence was around. So
okay, all right.
That's why they made it the main event.
Well, in this match, we had a 6-pack match featuring Sonjay Dutt, Suicide, Impact Wrestling debut of Desmond Xavier, who is one of the hottest free agents in wrestling, apparently, at the moment. I don't know much about him.
I like his look.
I like his look. I like his style. I like the way he moved. It was very, very interesting.
I can back this brother up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what comes next from Desmond Xavier.
I just want to know what his intentions are.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out soon. Versus Andrew Everett versus Trevor Lee. And finally, the person that's been held off until now, we didn't know who the 6th competitor in the match was. It's a returning Impact Wrestling legend. Somebody who was there in the first X Division match versus AJ Styles and Jerry Lynn. Mine nearly blanked. Oh, so close.
You're lucky.
So close.
It's alright. You're lucky I'm here then.
And that is Low Key.
Low Key.
And he's in full Hitman regalia.
Yeah, I don't mind his outfit.
He looks like
literally,
Agent 46 or whatever it is from Hitman.
Yeah, literally. That's what his old gimmick was. There was the barcode and everything.
Really, now, if you're not impressed enough with Low-Key, the fact that he's been wrestling for 15, 16 odd years.
And looks exactly the same.
Exactly. I'm
being serious. You can go on YouTube right now. Literally right now, type in old TNA 2003, 2004.
Or when he was in WWE.
Oh, actually, no. The first TNA match. Watch the first
X-Division match.
In TNA. Loki's in it, and he looks exactly the same. If anything, he maybe gotten like a bit bigger now.
Yeah, maybe a little bit bigger, but he hasn't aged.
Yeah, no, he hasn't aged. Like, literally looks exactly the same. It's ridiculous.
But again, just to prove how good he is, he wrestles in a fucking suit.
I can respect
Jacket, pants, tie, the whole gimmick, dude. Wrestles in it, doesn't take it off, wrestles in a suit.
I can respect the man like that.
Dude, he's so good. Now, this match was awesome. Now, there was
I don't like jumpy, freaking spot monkey galore matches, but I can admit this was a good match.
The 6-way double jump kicks,
Yeah.
that was great. There was just some great stuff in this. There was one like little issue where Sonjay Dutt did an over the top rope move, knocked a whole bunch of people out, but there was a chair just placed in the wrong place. He obviously hit his eye on it, and his eye just exploded. His one eye was just completely
Should
covered.
be more aware, mate.
Yeah, that was nasty though.
He should be more aware.
But he's tough because most people would have just gone. Kalisto tried to call off a match because he broke his finger or whatever it was, and Alberto Del Rio just literally kicked him in the face. But he didn't. He just kept going. He still got all his spots in. He was great. Sonjay Dutt was really good. The suicide was pretty much a non-entity in this match. He didn't really get too much in other than his suicide plancher off the top rope rather than the middle rope this time, so it's getting even more dangerous. Desmond Alexander had a great showing with a couple of fantastic segments and a couple of great moves that I was like, wow, don't know who you are, wasn't expecting that, you're great.
Bruce told us he was going to be spectacular.
He did. Dude, he didn't lie.
Never doubt Bruce, my man.
Yeah. The whole story of this match, though, was definitely Andrew Everett versus Trevor Lee. So there was a big portion of this that was dedicated to just the two of them in the ring. And there was some great... Trevor Lee is a monster in that ring.
So he should be.
And
he's trained by the greatest.
Yeah, Shane Helms did. But Andrew Everett, his reverse Spike Frankensteiner is crazy, dude.
I'll admit on that one. It is pretty crazy.
It's insane. Like that, some nuts. There was some low-key...
The way he positions himself to get into it, too.
Yeah.
Impressive.
He's good. Low-key, of course, he hits hard. And you can see when he hits somebody, they fly back and stuff. But at the same time, he knows what he's doing, so he doesn't... I've never heard low-key hurting too many people. So he hits hard, but he hits in the right spot, so it doesn't actually hurt you.
It just stings you.
It just stings, and looks impressive, though. Some of the kicks that he does, if he were to execute some of those kicks for real, he'd take your fucking head off.
Is he trained?
You would have to be.
Because just the style
the
and
way that he moves, yeah.
and he'd probably be trained in some sort of martial arts or something.
Dude, the spinning heel kick, where he does the side cartwheel, forward cartwheel, jumping kick to the side of the head. It's how high he gets. He gets like 6 feet of elevation.
This man is in his, early 30s?
No, dude, I'd say he'd be in his late 30s by now.
This is what he's doing.
Yeah, and he's a ninja.
Yeah.
He's a ninja,
Literal
man. It's insane. Low-key is amazing. And low-key, of course, being the returning absolutely massive animal, gets the win with a double foot stomp from the top ropes. Again, though, this doesn't take away from anyone. The good thing about the way that this match kind of came apart was the fact that Sonjay Dutt can now say the only reason I lost is because my eye was covered up, because he had some great offense in it. The only person that kind of looks bad is Suicide, but then his suicide plunge off that top rope looked amazing. So he still came off looking okay. Desmond Xavier, can come in and go, hey, this is my first time here. I don't know any of you, and I still did really well. I'm a number one contender now. Andrew Everett can say that the only reason I didn't win is because of the rest of you, because he pretty much had Trevor Lee. Trevor Lee can say the only reason I didn't have Andrew Everett is because the rest of you kept distracting me. And Loki is now the 5-time X Division champion. So everybody comes out looking good. The X Division is looking healthier and healthier and healthier. This is kind of what... I know one of our new subscribers likes Raw. If you see what they're doing with the tag team divisions in WWE at the moment, how they've elevated a whole lot of people, they're really revitalizing the tag team divisions on SmackDown and Raw and kind of fixing it up a lot. It's kind of what's happening to the X Division at the moment. Like, for a long time, it's only been Marshe Rocket, Andrew Everett, Trevor Lee. And now Suicide's kind of coming in the past couple of... And now all of a sudden we've got...
DJZ.
Yeah, and DJZ. But now we've got a whole bunch of new guys in. Low-key, Sonjay Dutt, Desmond Xavier, which gives us a whole lot of matchups that we haven't seen before. How good's it going to be when we get to see DJZ versus Desmond Xavier or Low-key? Any of them. Like, it's going to be great. The health of the X Division is right back on track because
Exactly.
Jeff Jarrett loves the X division, so he's put a lot of work into it. You can see.
I'll,
Double J, Double J.
God damn Devil J. I'll give him that. At least he likes the X division.
So Loki was celebrating in the ring, and all hell broke loose at the commentary desk. Josh Matthews pronouncing that he'd been carrying the Pope for the past year and a half. So not true, dude. I'm sorry. That's so not true. The Pope... Daddy, the Pope is the man. Anybody who loses his shit that hard over a cutter is the man.
Okay, he is the man, but he did carry that commentary table.
Nah. So anyway, the Pope gets up and leaves because he's had enough of Josh's bullshit. Josh says to JB, you don't have the guts to punch me. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? And JB gives him a nice elbow strike to the chin.
I hope that gets JB fired because that was absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that happened.
It's
Disgusting. Disgusting behavior.
I-
You're supposed to be a professional.
I thought this was over.
Who do you
but-
think you are, old man?
Look, I thought this was over, but clearly it's not. This is going to lead to... Do you think we're going to see JB and Josh in the ring?
I hope so, and I hope Josh just smashes the shit out of JB. Put him in his place.
I don't think he will, but I don't know if I want to see that, if I'm interested in seeing that, or if I'm scared to see that, because it could fall apart and be horrible, like whenever JR had to get in the ring for whatever reason. Best commentator in the world. Dude, he should not be in a wrestling ring. So it kind of, it's, please, let's not have that.
No, I want to see JB get smashed.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Well, that is it. That was the episode of Impact Wrestling for this week. As I said at the top of the show, let us know what you think in the comments below. Personally, I'm really excited, as I said, with the health of the X Division, to see the new matchups that we're going to get going forward. And once Sonjay Dutt's eye obviously recovers, he's one of the best X Division competitors of all time. So I'm looking forward to seeing him mixing it up with the new guys in the division. Always, where's Rosemary and ODB going to go to? I love the Knockouts division, and Rosemary is a great Knockouts champion.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see more of what's happening there and what's happening with ODB, because really, I think she should get another shot.
Yeah, alright.
You'll give me that?
Yeah, I'll give you that. She maybe deserves another shot. She did get cum punted.
Yeah, it's a bit rough.
Mm-hmm.
L.A.X versus Decay next week for the World Tag Team titles. That is going to be awesome.
L.A.X. Oh.
What's going to happen with Kongo Kong and Sienna's new group, KM, Laurel? What's going on there? I'm kind of looking forward to seeing.
I love this group. I love this family.
Who-
They should call it the family.
Who's the number one contender? Because we've got a few people that seem to think they are. Alberto thinks he's the number one contender.
No.
Magnus thinks he's the number one contender.
No, he's already got a trash title.
All right, EC3 probably thinks he's the number one contender.
Probably deserves it.
James Storm kind of got shafted. Is he still the number one
No,
contender?
he just had his shot and he failed.
Who knows? What's happening with Moose and Davey Richards? If you give me a match with Davey Richards in it, I'm kind of excited. But it's a grand championship match, so I'm kind of not excited for that.
My excitement just went out of that window.
Yeah, like, can we just destroy this title, please? Or change it back to the TV title or the Legends title or whatever it used to be called. But there is so much happening. I'm looking forward to next week.
Yeah, same here.
Awesome. And until
They
then,
did nothing wrong today. I might say the Impact had a really good show.
you did win quite a few.
Yeah, I know. The only complaint I have is just a small one. We just need a little bit more Cena. That's all.
John Cena is not going to come to Impact.
In time, he will.
He won't. Okay. Until next week, thank you so much for listening. I have been your host, The Stooge.
And I'm G-Banks.
Don't forget, adventure, excitement. Stooge craves not these things.
Welcome to the Stooge Revolution.